guys, this is Mrs. Khan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Sorry, I know some of you really showed interest in my previous video, especially the one I made on how to record math lessons using the Wacom tablet. I think there were a couple more. Okay, so today I want to share with you my daily routines, what I do with my students, like what kind of routines I have set up for them. Okay, and yes, before I start that, I really want to say having your daily routines consistently, it's helping me to set up proper learning environment. This is what you can really say. Okay, so beginning of the semester, I really decided I'm going to be on top of every single thing. Okay, number one is attendance. Okay, since I was on top of that, this week it's almost Thursday. This week it's been 4 days in a row. No one came late, and there was only one student absent, and her absence was excused. So yeah, so attendance is doing pretty well. Classroom participation is going so well. Homework is being handed on time. So everything in general, it's awesome. Okay, so what I really do is very basic. It's just I always try to use the different strategies. This year so sooner student walk in, they know what to do. How do they know? Okay, so every day doing the same thing over and over, they know what my expectations are. Okay, so if you do guys come in my class, or any teacher come, I'm not in a class in the morning. My class starts at 8:30. I'm not really in the class, and my students are here. They all started working. Okay, so number one thing I do, I go Formative. Sooner I come in a class, when I just prep my lessons, I always assign them a worksheet on Go Formative. Okay. By the way, I'm not promoting a Go Formative product, but it's working super good for me. I love it. Okay. The number one reason I love it, you guys are going to love that one too, because there is a zero marking. You don't really need to do that. Okay, that's the number one thing. And of course, who really like to mark. Okay, but if you have to, you have to, right? Okay, so that's the one thing I really like it. The second thing I really like a Go Formative is when students are struggling and then they don't like to raise their hand. What I can do, I can always just go check on Go Formative, and then I can just approach that student to see what he or she is struggling. Okay, I'll talk more about Go Formative later on. If you do want me to record a video especially for Go Formative, let me know. Put that in the comment section. I will definitely do that one for you. Okay, so number one thing I do is it's Go Formative. I assign a worksheet on Go Formative. Students, sooner they walk in, they just start working on the Go Formative website. I don't really assign it like day before, because the student get to see it right away. I always assign them like a 5-10 minutes to the bell. Okay, so they work on their worksheet. One thing I really allow them to is to see their answers, not actually the answer, to see if it's right or wrong. Okay, so this is what it is. Let me just show you. Okay, so this is the Go Formative screen. I have hidden the names. So this is my results for my class, right? So only maybe 1, 2, 3 students got one question wrong. When I assign the ability for them to basically know if they are doing it right or wrong, students go back and fix their answers. That kind of really put them on spot to learn, engage, motivated them. They always go back again and again, fix it. If one person get it wrong, they try to help other kids. So that is working 200%. I love it. Thank you to the person who made a Go Formative. Actually started using Go Formative for the sake of no marking. Okay, assign a worksheet, student do it, but it's working super good. There are other reasons as well. Okay, so that's my number one thing. So students finish that. Once they are done, they know. Then I always have numeracy skill. I got those website from Ministry of Education from Ontario. Those numeracy skills are very good. Okay, they have 3 books on their website. One is called Math. No, Home Math, Kitchen Math, And there is a one more I forgot. It's about some sort of more so real life. Okay, so the word problems they're doing it. By the way, I'm in a BC. Okay, so we all students always write a numeracy test, and they really struggle. Questions on the numeracy test are very common sense question, daily based questions. So this is the task I found some examples, and I really wanted to say thank you to Ministry of Education in Ontario. They put those three books are great. Okay, so once a student finished their go formative assignment, they pick up a booklet, they start working on their numeracy skills questions. So that's a number two thing they do, and we spend a good amount of time on the numeracy task. Okay, my numeracy examples are based on the topic I'm covering in classes, where students get to see where math is actually being applied in real life. So right now I was teaching them, reviewing them integers, fractions, rational numbers, and those worksheets work based on integers, fractions, and rational numbers. So basically we are kind of covering everything. More so, there is one unit called financial literacy that I am supposed to cover in a grade 9. So I'm also incorporating financial literacy in that as well. So basically I'm doing the two things at once. Okay, and plus I really want students to have exposure on numeracy examples, because I don't want students to struggle or freak out when they write their test. So just preparing them ahead of the time. And that's number 2. Number 3, we do daily drill every day. It's a math basic questions. I really want students to spit out the answers just like that when somebody asks you what that means, right? Instead of just thinking about or grabbing a calculator. Because I always tell my students, in a reality, let's say you are going to start working at the store, you're not going to sit there and make a number line, right? In case there is any fault when they are at the teller and the cashier, they are a cashier, if anything goes wrong, right, they're not going to say, hey, wait a minute, let me do my number line. This is how I learned math when I was at high school or school or elementary, whatever is it, right? So I really want students to master the skills, say the numbers just like that. So daily drill has been working out so good. I tried that in the past, but I was only able to manage it for a couple of days. Then I felt like, oh my god, students getting bored. But this semester I decided not to, no matter what. So what I do, the way I challenge them, we started with the timer, 5 minutes, then reduce it down to 4, 3. Now kids are doing 30 questions. Sorry.
Can I have your attention, please? We are going to be doing a earthquake drill. This is just a drill.
Alright guys, I'm sorry, we just had a drill, I totally forgot that. And also sorry for not editing the video, it was just common math, what is it called? Earthquake drill. So I'll just keep it as it is, okay? Alright, so we were talking about math drill. Yes, when we were talking about math drill, and earthquake drill happened, okay, anyhow. So yes, math drills is working super good. So the challenge I brought this time is a timer. Timer is working awesome. So all I do, go to YouTube, pull up the timers based on the time I need. So 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes. So right now, most of the students working on 3 minutes. They are like 3 kids. They are doing a 1 minute drill. So it kind of builds speed and accuracy. Our last week's goal was accuracy, right? So getting questions right, no matter how many they were getting it, they were finishing it. So the whole point was to get them right. So this is how I actually start. So I don't tell kids to finish all the questions. Whatever they do, I ask them to do it correctly. So even marking wise, when they mark it, let's say there are 30 questions and they did only 20, and out of 20 they got all 20 right. So the way they mark it, they mark by themselves. Sometimes they trade their paper with their partners. So when we start, they always mark out of how many they did and how many they got right. So as I said, if there are 30 questions, they only did a 20 out of 30, they will mark themselves out of 20. So if they got all 20, so 20 out of 20 is 100%. The speed is slow, not that they don't know how to. So that kind of also encourages students, based on my perspectives, it kind of encourages students to move a bit fast. How do they move fast? Just with the practice, right? Practice, practice, practice. This is the only one thing I highly, highly recommend kids always practice. So yeah, these are the three things I do with my students every day. Then we just continue working on our normal math. And also what I do, it's a 3-hour session nowadays. We After doing the drill, we take a break 10-15 minutes, and then we play Kahoot, then go back on whatever the topic is, and then just I let them play Kahoot. So when I play Kahoot, it's so engaging when kids take ownership. So my kids play Kahoot by themselves, and one thing they picked up from me, if they do answer it wrong, they go over, they kind of help each other to see why the answer is right and the wrong answer, why did they pick the wrong answer. So they do kind of teaching at the same time. I let them play Kahoot on their own. And yes, when my kids play Kahoot, there are definitely expectations. They are required to put their name, okay? And if they yeah, they're kids, right? So if they do make any silly mistakes, so the Kahoot deal is done. We don't play Kahoot, and then they know next time that because they love playing a Kahoot, right? If you take away the Kahoot part, next time they will be respectful. So stay on your expectations. If they're not meeting your expectations, especially playing a Kahoot, just turn it off. Go back to teaching, right? And next day it will be a normal day. So yes, so those are the things I do. All I wanted to share with you, right? I'm not saying I'm a perfect, this is how you should do it. This is my way of teaching, and I'm enjoying it. I also have a co-teacher in my class. We both are enjoying it. Students are so into learning, and it's just being amazing so far. Definitely would love to hear what you guys do. If you have anything you wanted to share, please just comment below. And the second thing I wanted to say, remember I talked about a Go Formative. It's called a Go Formative. If you do wanted to try it. It's a free version. I did sign up for the paid version, but then I decided just to go free because there's so much in the free version, right? You don't really need to buy the paid version. So yeah, so this is pretty much all. Thank you so much for watching my video, and hopefully you can put more videos together. I just enjoy sharing what I do, not that I'm a perfect or expert, right? So thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.